everywhere. Baby,
You guys did not tell me that we were doing like. You guys didn't tell me we were doing Wildcat spits.
We didn't tell each other.
Oh. Well, let's do a perfect day of Magic Kingdom, shall we?
We must take advantage of every moment.
What I've learned this week is that you're insane.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for these. This was honestly the perfect day. So today we are doing a very unique perfect day in Magic Kingdom. It is a party day, which means the park does close at 6 p.m. for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Now, we always recommend looking at park hours when you're planning your trip because you don't want to be caught unawares by an early closure like this. However, we are actually here on purpose on a day that it closes early because we have noticed insanely low wait times and crowds on days that Magic Kingdom does close early for the parties. So we're wondering, can we get done everything we want to do, the same amount that we would typically do in 15 hours at Magic Kingdom in just 9-ish hours on a party day? And we are certainly going to find out. We are here a bit after rope drop and wait times are already looking much lower than they should. And just because the park day ends at 6 doesn't mean we're not going to have a ton of fun this evening afterwards, which you'll be able to see over in my perfect week video, which is already up on the channel. Now, if you want to compare this with the amount that you can get done in a day that Magic Kingdom is open from open to close, we have plenty of perfect days on the channel out right now that you can take a look at that will show that off. We also are not using Lightning Lane Multipass, so coming on a party day is part of that trick to save money as well. So we're interested to see how that will go. And if you want to see just how crowded Magic Kingdom can get on days that do stay open until 11 during seasons that there are parties, you can check out my ride challenge here in Magic Kingdom because the crowds were brutal. So it might actually be the better call to take less hours for lower crowds if that's your preference. But we are heading in to knock out some rides first thing before doing a little breakfast. And I'm so excited for a big finale to our perfect week in Disney World's flagship park. As you can see also, this is not typically what the hub looks like at this time. Look at how great the pictures people are getting are because there's no one in the hub. So I'm still feeling out there. How did he get over there so fast?
He's a man on a mission. It's that Wildcat.
It's that Wildcat. His head's in the game.
Now, because this is our perfect day, it's a party day, things are a little more wonky than they normally would be. And typically we rope drop Adventureland because Adventureland and Frontierland are not included in early entry. Early entry is where resort guests get access to the park 30 minutes before regular park guests. So the park did open at 7:30 today for early entry. We're here at 8. Today, because we're seeing some shorter wait times in Fantasyland, and we know they're definitely gonna go up the later we get into the day, we're actually gonna go to Peter Pan for our very first attraction of the day. Peter Pan is a dark ride attraction that takes you through a retelling of Disney's classic movie, Peter Pan.
All right, so this is the second, this is actually the longest line in the park right now at 30 minutes.
Wow.
The other longest line in the park is Tron Light Cycle Run, also at 30 minutes. It is 48 minutes after the park opened at this point. That is what a party day does for crowds. You can even tell just looking around, no one's here. There's enough people for the park to feel lively. Yeah, true.
I just like...
There's enough.
You're saying a lot of things right now.
I mean, 4 p.m. things are gonna get crazy. We know this because that's when everybody who has party tickets can get in. But until that point, I really think that this might be a way to have a really amazing day without paying to skip the lines.
It's been a while since I've seen someone get down to never smile at a crocodile. Hey, get it.
Some rules.
I also really, I love this, by the way, I love this. But I actually really enjoy this queue. I actually don't mind waiting this queue from time to time if it's like not a terrible wait. What are you gonna say about it?
Scary.
It is scary because it is an interactive queue. It's like you're walking through the Darling's home, and then you see, there's Mr. and Mrs. Darling, and then you walk into the nursery, and like some fun interactive elements are happening. Super cute. All right, typically where Disney cuts off the posted wait time is from the front of the standby line to where the Lightning Lane and the standby line merge, or the pre-show. And it was approximately 25 minutes, so not bad at all. And I loved seeing that interactive queue. 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
No, you're good.
Everybody, get ready.
Tinkerbell.
What a fun way to start the day with Peter Pan's flight. And we're walking onto a park that as of 9:18, a full hour plus after rope drop, it's still super slow waits all around the park. So we're pretty excited. The weather's beautiful.
What do you want to do?
I want to go to Haunted Mansion.
It says a 13-minute wait currently. 13 minutes just means it's their fancy, unlucky, haunted way of saying it's a walk-on.
Yep. If you see 13 for Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror, that does mean it's a walk-on. And there are so many rides in the park right now that are walk-ons, it's kind of ridiculous.
Look at that right there. 13 minutes, it's a walk-on. Look how gorgeous it is. The Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is another slow-moving attraction. It's a dark ride where you hop in a doom buggy and you are guided through the Haunted Mansion. You'll be haunted by ghosts, explore a seance, go through this gorgeous dining room where there's a full ghostly ball. I wouldn't say it is scary like Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom where things are popping out at you, loud noises. I would say it's more of a suspenseful, eerie vibe. Definitely something that if your children are afraid of anything spooky, I'd avoid this. But if they're looking to have a fun, silly time, definitely not scary enough to make anyone cry, in my opinion. To give you any kind of an example, Violet, 1.5, while she doesn't quite understand what's happening, she's like, oh, she's cool with it. Arrive by 10:45. It's time.
Oh, let's go ahead and go do that.
We just do this side of the park?
Yeah, let's just use this side of the park.
Big Thunder and Tiana?
Yeah, Big Thunder, Tiana.
Love
then
that.
maybe we take a little snack and coffee break.
Snacky, please.
Yeah. It's hard to resist these wait times.
They're really good. No, I know.
want to eat, but it's so hard to
wanna make
resist.
the most of the park day.
It's funny,
Oh, you're like, let's ride.
oh yeah, this is the time. This is the
Yeah.
moment that we go boom, 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 and we will eat at 2 o'clock.
Well, we'll see, Starkey. Going crazy over there. Maybe we get a little snack and get our must-do treat.
Listen, do you know how crazy these lines are sometimes? We must take advantage of every
What
moment.
they've learned this week is that you're insane.
Yeah, I know.
But one thing to learn, you can learn in all the Perfect Week videos, is that Sage hates a line.
Yeah.
So the reason we're kind of frazzled right now because Haunted Mansion seems to have an update that we just caught. The hitchhiking ghosts at the end of the ride where you are looking at a mirror and the hitchhiking ghosts are around you were updated. We noticed they didn't have as many interactions, if any. They were much more vibrant and easy to see. I usually find it really difficult to see the hitchhiking ghosts, and I could really see these guys.
Yep.
And they had slightly cartoonier designs. So that was really cool and surprised us.
But you know what's funny is that you consider that more cartoony, but I think the idea was to make it more lifelike. Because I don't get the cartoony vibe from what you're. I think they really tried to make them look like animatronic as opposed to real ghosts.
I mean, it definitely fits the art style of Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
It does. That's the thing too, is they look more solid. They're flying around, they look more solid. They don't look as see-through.
Big Thunder Mountain is a thrill ride that takes you aboard a railroad train. It's a fun little coaster. Definitely thrilling, but not one of the most thrilling coasters here at Disney World. We really enjoyed it. It's kooky, crazy fun. Let's go. And it's at 15 minutes, which is kind of unseen. This ride is super duper popular.
I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about ride operations, but there's just sometimes the ride hits different.
Yeah, sometimes the ride is good.
And that was and that was really great. It's also the weather today is lovely.
Yeah, it might have been the weather. We were in the back, but I usually don't like the back of Big Thunder.
Yeah.
It's usually too wild.
That was fantastic.
That was an awesome Big Thunder
Yeah. Okay, and now virtual queue for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
So virtual queue. The only way to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure right now is either by using a virtual queue or by purchasing a lightning lane. We obviously have done no lightning lane purchasing this week, so we opted for the virtual queue. The way to join the virtual queue is to use the My Disney Experience app at one of two times, 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. If you join at 7, you have to have valid admission to the park, including a park reservation if you need one. And at 1, you need to have scanned into Magic Kingdom to join the virtual queue. Now the virtual queue does fill up fast, so what I recommend doing is watching a clock in your clock app until about 10 seconds before literally the clock changes to 7 a.m. and then refreshing the virtual queue page right at 7 a.m. Make sure to have the virtual queue page pulled up in advance. That way you're gonna make sure that you get a boarding group. And I always recommend going for 7 a.m. because if you miss 7 a.m. you get a second chance at one, and it's always good to be able to try twice. But you should be able to, as long as you're watching a clock, get yourself a boarding group. We had boarding group 38 today, and it was called around 9:45. So you get an hour return window with a 15-minute grace period. And with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they have been lenient, but not all the time. So I would try to return within your window. You can always speak to cast members, but there's no guarantee that you'll be able to ride if you're late.
As a friendly reminder, virtual queue does not mean you get to skip the line for anything. It is literally just opting in to be in the line. So we could potentially wait up to anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even longer, depending on what's happening in the park today. I am feeling hopeful. This line makes me nauseous.
This is probably just a line for the scan points, though.
Exactly
the
that.
Scan points really slow people down.
Yep, feeling pretty good about this. It's only been 20 minutes. 20 minutes? It's been 20 minutes.
What are you saying?
It's been 20 minutes.
Slay.
What are you saying? We've only been waiting here for 20 minutes. We did it. So well done, everybody. 20, I give up.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Can I just show you?
What? Oh gosh.
When it got
Us
you?
going down. Why did I open my mouth the entire time?
Play it,
I was just panicking.
Play it.
Wait, hold on, no,
They can they've literally probably already
You
seen
were
this.
just really thirsty.
Look, I was like, yeah, I'm so excited. And then
Ew.
It's like dribbling out of your mouth.
why did I do that?
Well, it was fun other than Sage might need to go to the doctor.
I love that ride.
Yeah, it's a blast. Splash Mountain was my favorite ride in Disney World. I loved the story, I loved the songs. But I especially love the ride system, so I'm super glad that we didn't lose the ride system. And I love Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I'm thirsty.
I love me some animatronics. Yeah,
You're thirsty?
Yeah, no, I'm thirsty.
I don't. Why would you be thirsty? You just had so much water to
I'm
drink.
gonna wash it down.
Ew. I do think it is time for a little snack, but I would like for us to not venture too far from here. Our timing's so perfect! My friends very kindly stay in line because the Adventure Friends Cavalcade is basically a mini parade, just one float and a couple of characters walking on the ground. That happens usually around 11 a.m., stepping off of Frontierland and going the whole parade route down over to Main Street, USA. And it is definitely a must-do for me because Miguel is in it, and I like to see that boy. So this one's up pretty high on my tier list. Not my top 3, but it is up there. I'm glad I got to see it. And now we get to eat hot honey chicken and sweet potato fries.
Was a snack break quickly turned into a lunch break?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's a full.
It's like a bowl.
It's a full meal.
Or this can't be a snack, is what you're saying?
I've been snacking and my mouth's on fire. I should have got the laughter lemonade. It's pretty spicy.
Okay. But all right. What's the haul? What'd you get?
So we got the hot honey chicken with the sweet potato fries. They're like nuggets. They're really crispy, and there's like this like pickled olive relish. That looks really fun.
I just got sweet potatoes on the side because you can do that because I'm just snacking right now. That's one of my favorite things to do at Magic Kingdom because I'm not crazy about all of their food options. So I figured having like small things at each place that I know that I like for sure is always my favorite route to go.
Well, we're headed into Adventureland now, having had a snunch. Snunch is what I'm going with. Snack lunch. Pirates of the Caribbean posted 5-minute wait or 10-minute wait, I think it just went up to. And Jungle Cruise is Jingle Cruise, the extremely popular limited time holiday overlay that has a 45 to 50-minute wait during the holiday parties that have limited admission to the park, has a 20-minute wait right now.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We might pop to Jingle Cruise before Pirates just because Jingle Cruise might pop back up into the 40s.
Yes, we should definitely do that.
So we're gonna do that and then pop back to Pirates. Of course, we can't trust Pirates. It's my sworn enemy right now, which is pretty wild because it is one of my favorite rides.
Because it keeps going down?
Yes, on my like the worst days possible for it to go down.
That's when you got evac.
Yes, I got evac'd on it when I was trying to ride every ride in Disney World in one day.
What's crazy, if you hadn't got evac, you would have completed it.
I would have easily completed the challenge had I not been evac'd off Pirates. Anyway, if you want to see that, you can check out my challenge with the new Disney Premier Pass. And if you want to see Pirates of the Caribbean cause a problem for me another time, you can watch the other video where I tried to ride a lot of rides all at once. No sleep until I ride everything in Disney World. You can also see Angie talking about Jason Derulo's robot dogs in that video. And that's really important to me personally, and I think you should see it. Jingle Cruise. Okay, so Jungle Cruise, very popular on its own, is, I sum up that attraction as jokes and boats. You're in a boat. You're in a boat, and the skipper who runs your cruise is giving lots of jokes. It's very fun, it's very funny, and it's a classic Disney attraction. Jingle Cruise is the holiday overlay, and this is the only holiday overlay in Magic Kingdom that you can see without paying to go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You can see it during the regular day. It typically has very long lines, so you can see again the benefits of our coming to Magic Kingdom on a day that it closes at 6. It's only 20 minutes. It is the peak of the day.
I would like to point out that in no way was this a 20-minute wait. We got in line at 11:58. It is now 12:02, and we're about to be divvied up into the little groups to be put on the boat. So 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes overall. This day is crazy. I don't know if you guys just caught that, but the second we got off that ride, the second we got off the Jingle Cruise, it was a 40-minute wait.
You know what I kind of want to do? Test the walking paths we have done today on a regular day.
Yeah.
Because not only obviously our wait times are easy today, but I do think that we are hitting things also at good times.
Agreed.
So I wonder, obviously you would still then have the challenges of Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which we will today, and it's not going to be that big of a challenge because it's slow. But I do wonder if, like, on a regular day, what would happen there. Maybe we try it next perfect day.
Maybe. Or maybe we just get lightning lane and just don't have, if we just avoid the lines altogether.
No.
I don't know. I also think we are likely skipping Tiki Room, the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Tiki Room's not a must for me.
No, me either. But we are going to hit which means I think this is our last Adventureland, Frontierland kind of scenario.
We're going to Starbucks.
And then we're going to Starbucks because Quincy really wants that praline thing. All right, it is a 20-minute wait, which is higher than I like for Pirates. Typically, I like a walk-on.
You want to play some bet?
I actually do think it is going to be anywhere between a 15 to 20-minute wait because anytime it's out here.
15 or fewer.
Okay.
You wanna ante up?
We haven't placed a bet this time, have we?
No, not today.
All right. It is currently 12:23. If it's 20 minutes or less. No. If it's
I said 15.
Oh,
15 minutes or less.
if it's 15 minutes or less, then
I win.
Then you win.
if it's 16 minutes or more, you win.
Great. Which means, all right, 12:23. Let's do it. Anyway, Pirates of the Caribbean is a slow-moving boat ride that thrusts you into an epic battle between pirates and a small town just trying to do its best. The townspeople are like, no, pirates. don't do this to our town. And the pirates are like, we don't care. We're pirates. And that's kind of the whole thing. Tell them.
We waited 13 minutes to the like loading zone.
13 minutes. So what does that mean?
It means I won.
I know, but like, what did you win?
That we get to go to Starbucks after this.
Oh, right. Fine.
Yeah. All right, we swung by the hub because we're not backtracking today. We've taken a weird route. We didn't go left into Adventureland. We didn't go right into Tomorrowland. We went to Fantasyland and then left. So now we're on Main Street USA, which means it's time for me to have my coffee that I really want. And also take a glance at the castle show.
Live entertainment is important.
Because it sure is. All right, temporarily, we've lost Sage and Angie. They had a mix-up with the camera last week and are filming a Game Master, a holiday Game Master, coming to the channel. So they are knocking that out real quick, which means I'm on my own. I'm striking it out. A great tip if you watch our other Perfect Days that are a part of Perfect Week, you know that sometimes it's important to split up if people don't want to do the same things. We're popping into Main Street Bakery. This is this park's Starbucks location. You have two options for coffee in Disney World. You have Joffrey's and you have Starbucks. Joffrey's is typically my preference because you can only get it in Disney World. But around the holidays, I'm a sucker for Starbucks drinks. This is a much shorter line for Starbucks than you will see in the morning. So I do recommend actually waiting for lines to die down a little bit before you head to get coffee at both Starbucks and Joffrey's in Magic Kingdom. Coffee acquired. I get the chestnut praline latte this time of year. I find it to be delicious. The best thing about this day and these crowds is that this is something that you absolutely can predict. A lot of times when we have like weirdly low crowd days, we're like, whoa, this is out of nowhere, what a surprise. Especially in the past few years when predicting crowds has gotten almost impossible. But we know that on days that these parks close early, the wait times are insanely low for the entire day. So that's something that you can plan around. The only catch about this is that this only happens consistently really in August through December of the year, because the rest of the year doesn't have after hours parties consistently. But keep an eye on those park hours because sometimes Magic Kingdom will close early for different reasons and you could get one of these days even in the middle of summer. All right, coffee complete and made it to Tomorrowland. Lots of attractions in Tomorrowland, many of which are must-dos for me on a typical Magic Kingdom day. For me, Magic Kingdom is all about the rides. Of course, it's fun to see the characters, which is why I love to see the castle show and the cavalcades, because you get to see characters without too much of a wait. Of course, there are amazing character meet and greets around as well. But yeah, oh gosh, I gotta wait till Angie and Sage come back for us to do Buzz. Angie wants to ride Space Mountain, so we'll wait for her. Maybe we go ahead and get people moved, shall we? I'm thinking the plan for the rest of our park day is to knock out all of the Tomorrowland rides that we want to do, all the Fantasyland rides we want to do, and finish very last thing by heading on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at the last minute that the park is open to regular guests. That is a tactic that works even when the park is open until 11 p.m. You can get in line at 10:59 and you will get on the ride as long as it doesn't break. It's a great way to wait shorter waits and then also not use a ton of your park time in a really long line like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train can get. I waited like 5 minutes for People Mover. And the Tron wait, it's definitely not outside of the like entrance point for Lightning for the queue. So we'll see. I'm having a great day. Wait times you drop. Do I want to see the parade? I've decided we should see the parade. It is a perfect day after all, and we don't have a chance to see the fireworks today. So instead, let's see the parade. Festival of Fantasy is the parade that happens in Magic Kingdom. It typically happens one time a day. Sometimes they'll up it to 2, but it's usually one time a day. You can find that time in the My Disney Experience app. And the parade runs from Frontierland through Liberty Square and down all the way down Main Street. I do recommend watching from Frontierland because it's usually a little easier to find a great spot watching from Frontierland. However, with the day being so slow, that doesn't just mean short ride times. It could also mean we can walk right out of Tomorrowland and find a good parade spot right in front of the castle. I don't know for sure. We're gonna find out. Now, something that goes for parades and for fireworks is if you don't care to see the parade, if it's not something you really feel the need to do, then during parade time, during fireworks times, those are amazing times to ride rides, especially during the fireworks, because wait times will drop so dramatically during those times. And yeah, I can already tell from here, there are way fewer people out here ready to watch the parade than usual. Parade, and then right before the last float got all the way past me, I turned around and walked right back into Tomorrowland, and we are getting ahead of the folks leaving the parade behind me if they were going to head this way. That's a trick that'll work no matter what the crowds are, is leaving things like the parade, the fireworks, just a bit before they're over. It's easier to do with the parade because once making a mini pass, as long as you're ready to step out of there, you can still see the whole thing and get out quickly. With the fireworks, as soon as the finale's over, everybody bails, and the finale's the best part. So you can really only leave early if you're willing to miss that finale, which, you know, sometimes we suffer crowds for good reason. And that would be one of those times. Tron has posted a 45-minute wait right now. I am gonna go ahead and hop in that line before folks can come to from the parade to hop in line. I'm curious if it'll actually be 45 minutes. Typically, in my recent experience, unless the ride has gone down, the Tron wait has been a bit shorter than posted, like 10 or 15 minutes shorter than a posted 60 or 75. But when it's 45, it might actually be accurate. So we'll find out. We're doing a little bit of science on our perfect day today, and I'll be honest, it's paying off. All right, it's been 18 minutes at the end of this room, which this line is moving fast. We'll be at the lockers, so I do not think we are going to wait 45 for this, which is amazing. At Tron, you do have to put your stuff in lockers. My locker's 568. If it's taken, that means someone took my locker personally. If you take locker 568, because I've said it's my locker, that's fine. But if I'm behind you and I come and you're using locker 568, we have a problem. I'm not gonna know it was you, but I'll know. So for Tron, you have to put anything that would not fit in your pockets in a locker. The lockers are complimentary and they do open using your park admission. The only catch is if you use your phone to get in the park, your phone or smartwatch won't work. You have to use your actual physical cards. I have to get my real actual physical annual pass out, or a magic band will work. My friends are back from their Game Master to find out who won. You'll have to go watch it.
We did a holiday Game Master. I was just telling Quincy, it like 1,000% put me in the holiday mood. I texted Shannon and I said, hey girl, pick up some eggnog on the way home because I am like, it's officially Christmas.
It's Christmas. Meanwhile, I rode Tron and saw the parade and rode People Mover. Tron had a posted 45-minute wait. I waited like 28 minutes to lockers, 35 minutes till I was on the ride.
Whoa.
And that's it. But we are gonna go ahead and knock out two that I think will likely spike pretty heavily when party guests get in here. So we're gonna.
Two of my favorites.
And they are two of our favorites, yeah. So we're gonna head on Space Mountain, which Angie specifically said, do not ride without me or I'll beat you up in the parking lot.
25 minutes posted wait time.
That's not what she. That's not what she said. But Space Mountain is a dark roller coaster attraction. Sage, did I tell you I've come around on this?
What?
I'm pro Space Mountain now.
Are you?
Yes. I've been anti Space Mountain for a while. I felt like it's too rickety. I don't feel comfortable on the ride. It's just not my favorite. But recently, the last like 5 or 6 rides I've done on it, I've had so much fun, including on the Lightning Lane side, which we agree is rougher than the standby queue side. But you rock it through the dark. It's not a super fast coaster, but it does feel intense because it's so dark and you're sitting one person to a row. So, and this is Sage doing that walk he does.
And remember that passengers in wheelchairs
Can I ask what changed?
No, I have no idea. That's the thing.
Oh.
Thank you.
I feel, you know what? It's probably the age.
Welcome to 2025. Everest is out.
Space Mountain in. We waited about 15 minutes for Space Mountain, which is fantastic for that ride. And we are now headed to Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh right now is an easy, I can't even find it, 10 minutes. That's so unheard of this time of day. I'm like, can every day be a party day at Magic Kingdom? This is fantastic.
Now the reason I really love this attraction, it's one of my personal favorites, is one again, really personal reason. This is actually the very first ride I took Violet on one of our very first trips to Magic Kingdom. Literally as soon as we got off, she was like desperate to like hold a Pooh Bear, like a stuffed animal, and I had to buy it for her. It's Very good marketing. But it's also a huge favorite of mine because I really connect to the story. It's super nostalgic for me, specifically because the use of imagination as an only child. I was an only child for a very long time, and I really love the story of like Christopher Robin, about how these characters kind of come to life and they became his friends. I love that. So that's why it's one of my favorites.
As expected, wait times are starting to go up with people entering the park.
For sure.
Winnie the Pooh's up to 30, and we've now reached the highest wait time I have literally seen all day, with 65 minutes for Tron.
Okay.
Peter Pan's flight's at 50. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train stayed at 45 because, again, my theory is that no one going to the party is going to use a bunch of time right now riding Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Which makes the most sense.
Because they can ride it during the party or at the end of the night of the party, and it's such a big one that they might already be planning to do that. So we'll see how long it takes us when we do go for it. A lot of stuff is still down in the 20s. Haunted Mansion is at 20, which is very low.
What is Mermaid?
Mermaid is like 5.
Great, perfect. That's what we should do now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head to the back of the park to do another dark ride attraction, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, which is just like another retelling of Disney's classic, The Little Mermaid. Hey Quincy,
Hey.
isn't it crazy that this is like our last, other than your travel day, like our last perfect day?
For Perfect Week?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really wild. I was looking at our PhotoPass photos,
Oh no.
and I was like, we like really did just have the perfect week.
We did. It was so
It
fun.
was like it was like bonding, hanging out. It was fun. Sad that I'm not gonna start thinking it's over before the day's over, because then I won't enjoy my last day.
Exactly. That's hard. It's like
It's very hard. Grieving the end of your vacation.
it's like the thing Sunday Scaries.
It is like Sunday Scaries, but for vacation.
Yeah. So Sunday Scaries
what
is the
would
thing.
we call that?
Sunday
Final
Scaries-
Day Fright.
Final Day Fright. Oh, that's good. Sunday Scaries is a thing that I recently learned about, where like on Sunday, like you start to get stressed out about having to go back to work on Monday or whatever, so you're not able to really focus and enjoy your Sunday.
It's not Final Day Fright.
The Final Day Fright.
You know what we say to Final Day Fright?
Hey, eat a hot dog because you're starving.
That was like I don't even know what to say to what you just said.
I was trying to find something to say to Final Day Fright.
Like I was thinking
Like eat a Snickers bar, you pirate jogger.
What is happening? I was gonna
Is
say,
that
like,
not what we say to Final
I was
Final
gonna say,
Fright?
like, no, get out of here.
Get away. Get away from her.
Well, like eat a Snickers bar. You pirate. What did you say? You pirate
No,
jogger?
no, no. I'm sorry. Maybe we just say like to, like what do we say to what was the Final Day Fright?
Final Day Fright.
Final Day Fright. Ahoy, mateys! Your account is overdue. You know, like.
I'm like, don't even know what bit you're doing, and it's really.
Okay, right. I'm the only one who knows that the pirate's account is overdue. You know what? I'm gonna turn this off.
And you know what we say to Final Day Fright? Boo!
Yeah.
Get away!
Wow,
away from
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Wow, Angie didn't want to sit with us? Wow. Wow. I can't believe Angie didn't want to sit with us.
I know. We can meet Ariel. Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. Ariel's her favorite princess. While we wait to meet Ariel,
Yeah.
I would like to show off something that we were given today.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This incredibly family, for their own privacy, I will not say their names, but the daughter made these.
Made these. Look, it's us.
It's us. I got a little backwards hat. I'm all in black.
Yeah, I think we showed them when we got them earlier, but just want to show them off again. Mine has my water bottle in the right colors of my water bottle.
So cool. And your backpack.
Yeah, it's right. That's like my old blue backpack. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Your backwards
My
hat.
backwards hat is so sweet, and it came with a friendship bracelet that said absolutely Amber from the hide and seek thing where we were part of the Amber Army. So this.
See?
Oh. Hey, it's me, Say Stuggy.
We're queen.
Hey, aggressively queen.
Aggressively queen. Aggressively queen. Thank you for
Thank you,
these.
it's
We
very
love
sweet.
them, obviously.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I see you're doing lots of exploring on your human legs today.
We are. We're doing our absolute best.
Welcome to swim on over too if you'd like.
Running over there?
I love your hair today. You look so festive.
Just once, my friends. It's the holiday, so we really want to go.
Is it right here?
You even have mermaid hair today.
You inspire me truly. Mermaids have always the best wear.
Yes!
All right, we thought about adding one more thing, but just as we expected with those wait times cropping up, some of those smaller things that were 5 minutes all day, like Dumbo, is up to 25 minutes. And our final priority of the day is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Not our final priority of the day.
True, our final priority here in Magic Kingdom. So we are headed in Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a Snow White themed roller coaster that takes you kind of through the story. You get to see the dwarves in the mines. You get to go past the cottage and see Snow White dancing with the dwarves. You see the evil queen knocking on the door or creeping outside. It is a very cute ride, and it's fun because the coaster itself, you're actually in swinging mine carts. They kind of swing back and forth as you ride. It is a little on the short side. So some people do come away disappointed that it's such a short ride after such a long wait, because this does always have a long wait. It is the most popular ride in Magic Kingdom. Tron is probably equal to this, and Tron is much newer, but fewer people can ride Tron. The height requirement's much more intense, and fewer people are interested in Tron, whereas this is more, yeah, the vehicles are less inclusive. Yeah, this ride is definitely more like family friendly in general, so more people can ride it, more people want to ride it. And that means it tends to have a long wait. All right, we are at the boarding gate. We waited 20 minutes.
Which is insane.
It was posted 50. The line looked so long, but it moved so fast, I think, because there's no lightning lanes here today. It was awesome. So now we ride.
Oh, look at the sky.
The carousel in the castle. Now we're headed out. We rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train with a 20-minute wait. This has been, I mean, truly one of the best Magic Kingdom days I have had in so long. I had so much fun today.
Yes.
It was so chill. It was so relaxing and fun, and just like, it felt like nostalgic. Like Magic Kingdom used to have days like this. We talked about this today.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom used to have days like this, and it doesn't anymore, except I guess on party days. So maybe you intentionally want to plan a party day like this so that you can have such an amazing Magic Kingdom day.
And we did so much.
We did so much stuff that we did today that typically takes until 10 or 11 p.m. For all the stuff we did, because usually you're in longer waits or you're fighting for lightning lanes. None of that was needed today. We didn't have to pay for lightning lane. And then on top of that, we're leaving Magic Kingdom, but our perfect day is far from over. We are headed to the monorail resorts because one of my favorite activities in Disney World is hotel hopping. We have done a split stay. We've seen a couple hotels just because we stayed at two. But even if you're not staying at hotels, I think it's a great idea to carve out a little bit of your trip to hop around to some of the different hotels, see the theming, maybe grab a snack or a drink or whatever, but really just see the theming. It's one of like my brother and I's favorite activities in Disney World, is going around to the different hotels and just being in the lobbies, walking around, because the theming is so incredible. And the easiest hotels to do this at, and the ones that are most worth it, are the monorail hotels. But we are now walking out of the park. As you can see, it's kind of confusing because lots of people are coming in for the party, or are in already for the party. Basically, the way that Disney controls like who gets to stay in the park is that if you're going to a holiday party, an after-hours party, you will get a wristband, and they check for them often. In fact, right now around the park, they have literal like cast members blocking whole pathways, and if you walk past them, they ask to see your wristband. If you don't have one, they send you down the pathway Angie and I have been walking to head towards the front of the park to exit. If you try to purchase something at a restaurant right now, the same thing will happen. If you try to ride a ride, they will check for your wristband. So that's just to make sure that the people who are paying for the party get the perks of paying for the party, and the people who aren't, get out. And the words of the closing time song, you don't have to go home yet, you can't stay here.
Yes.
And we're not going home. The hotels located around Magic Kingdom are the deluxe hotels, some of the deluxe hotels. They are also the most famous Disney hotels, and Grand Floridian happens to be the flagship Disney hotel. It is the most expensive. It is beautiful and grand with a Victorian theme, amazing dining options, an amazing lounge, and right now incredible Christmas decorations. We're not going to focus too much on the Christmas decorations in this video because one, you can have a perfect week any time of year, and hopping to Grand Floridian can be a part of it. And we have a holiday crawl coming to the channel on Christmas Day where you can see all that Christmas fun. Well, we're gonna go find Sage. That's our current activity. And then I think I'm gonna make Sage and Angie walk with me to get mac and cheese. All right, I grabbed the Gasparilla Island mac and cheese, which is so delicious. It's my favorite mac and cheese in Disney World. It's so creamy. You can tell it's made with love. And it comes with fries when you get the adult portion. I forgot about that. I really just wanted like double the mac and cheese, but that's okay. Angie got a turkey sandwich, which looks really, really tasty. I judged her for ordering it because I thought it was going to be a lame turkey sandwich, but it looks really good.
I saw ciabatta and apples, and I said, I'm
Yeah,
sold.
that actually sounds really good. Yeah.
The chips are really good.
Sage got a Dasani.
No, I asked for a smart water.
He asked for a water, and
You as my friend.
the mobile order didn't offer a smart water, so I didn't think they had it. You can double check it.
You're lucky I'm desperate.
Okay, my mac and cheese is delicious as always. Super creamy, super cheesy. I think they use several different types of cheese in here. It's just macaroni noodles, and there's no crispy bits, so you'd think like, oh, there's no way it can be that good, but it really is that good. It's just so smooth and delicious, and warm and comforting. And I also ate like so much of Andy's turkey sandwich because she was like, "Do you want to try it?" And then she handed me like
Half of it.
half of it, and I'm gonna be honest, I finished it before she finished hers. So.
It was so good. I know, like, it's probably, someone would think, like, how you think, like, oh, a turkey sandwich, but this turkey sandwich has ciabatta, there's brie cheese in there, apple slices, it's, like, pickled kind of roast meat, I don't know what it is exactly, and the turkey's, like, those thick cuts.
I think it's red onion.
Delicious.
I think it's red onion, pickled red onion.
Yummy. This is just such a good quality turkey sandwich, and it feels very different because of all those, like, fun little extra ingredients they put on it.
It feels very fancy. Like it feels like you would order this at like a sit-down restaurant and get this turkey sandwich.
So typically when we're
You might think that you know what's going to happen.
exactly, typically when we're at the Contemporary and we're gonna show something off, it's either gonna be I don't know, Chef's Mickey,
Or the landing.
Chef Mickey's,
Plinko.
or the Plinko Landing,
Watch
Contempo
Price is Right
Cafe.
or Last to Leave too if you're a Plinko fan.
Yeah, or it's Steakhouse 71, specifically the lounge. But we talk about this place all the time and we make fun of it. And
We thought we would go.
it's time. Let's go to Outer Rim, you guys. Outer Rim is literally, I would call this a lobby bar. It is right next to Chef Mickey's. And it is a full bar. That's it. There's nothing special about it. We have our beverages. No surprise when we go to a full bar. I got a Manhattan Up. The house is Old Forester. So any whiskey fans out there curious. And Quincy.
I got a dirty martini with Tito's.
Yeah. And learning a lot about Angie here. Her not cocktail. Her drink of choice is a what?
It's a Roy Rogers.
She learned the name of it yesterday.
And now I'm like proudly saying like,
learned
oh,
it at
have
the
a
UK
Roy
Pavilion
Rogers.
yesterday. And you know what I'll say about it?
Do you ever feel like we keep wanting a flash mob to happen? We're gonna make this happen one day.
Well, I know I talked about this a bit already. I just want to reiterate, this was honestly the perfect day. I cannot think of a better Magic Kingdom day than this. We have perfect days where we've done more, where we've captured more of Magic Kingdom. If you want to see those super maximized running around the park days, go check out our best day ever at Magic Kingdom. You can absolutely see it. But I would say this is a Magic Kingdom day I could recommend to anyone. It was so spectacular. And we got to Monorail Resort Hop afterwards.
Now, I know you still have more, but this is the last you're gonna see of us for your perfect week.
Yes.
Which is already up on the channel now.
Yep.
And it's been so much fun. And obviously we can talk about all the great things, but really, it's been such a great week.
Yeah.
And honestly, such good bonding time.
Really good bonding time. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and make sure you watch all of Perfect Week right here on AllEars.net.
I have one question, you guys. Do you ever feel like